Welcome. I want to talk about 4 cornerstones to an amazing life and a long life. And this is a health related topic. So we've got, and I'm always going to start with actually sleep because it's foundational to good health. Having everything work properly, 7 or 8 hours a night. If you think you can survive on 5, you're wrong. Bodies are just not designed to that. There's an occasional fluke out there, but it takes a toll, either at a cellular level or overall. And while we could get away with some of that crap when we were younger, they did a study where they limited for a couple of nights guys in their 20s to 5 hours sleep, and they were cognitively impaired from that. So it affects your work, your decision making. Next, exercise. If you want to be a high valued man, you can't be somebody who ignores his own health. You need to have resistance training, you need to have a little bit of cardio, and we're looking at a minimum 3 hours a week. You don't need 10 hours a week to do this. You just need 3. And if you're like, I don't have time, well, then your priorities are all jacked up, brother, because you need to prioritize your health. Sleep, exercise. The third, diet. Okay? So, reducing the sugar intake, eating real food. You can choose whatever diet you want, but your food should have come out of the ground or had a mother. If it has 38 ingredients and you can't pronounce them, that's not food, it's a food-like substance. Whole healthy food. Myself, I'm carnivore-ish, but tonight I'm going to have a stir fry. I've got veggies from my farm share and a few other vegetables I'm tossing in with some pork, and I'm not going to do any rice. Okay. If you're going to be anti-meat, it's going to be harder to get your protein, but you still can. And then the 4th cornerstone is your mental health and your personal growth. I kind of tie them together. If you're not growing, you're going to stagnate. We want you to figure out a routine that works for you, whether it's meditation, reading, breath work, a little of both. It's all good. And I'm going to add a 5th bonus one. You do need some regular checkups. I've got some videos that are going to come out because we got some challenges with the current medical model. They don't really look to cure your illnesses. They just look to manage them instead of addressing the root cause. And sometimes you need physicals. Sometimes you need to go to the dermatologist, and they may take a little something off your nose because it's not going away and it's not supposed to be there. So you can't ignore those things as you get older, because while I'm very focused on sunscreen now, floppy hats to protect my ears, and making sure I don't have skin cancer, the reality is I'm pretty lily white Irishman, and I've had my share of sunburns over the years. So I go to the dermatologist once a year. I'll have a second visit depending on what happens with the biopsy of this. But don't you want to live and have not only a long lifespan to your mid-80s or so, but a long health span where you can be active instead of being sick and in a nursing home for a decade? So that's what I'm talking about, guys. So these 4 cornerstones are critical when it comes to good health. And if you're not taking care of yourself, you're disrespecting yourself, and you're doing your family and your kids and your loved ones a disservice. So, hey, you can always start today, right now. You could start with walking. You could start going back to the gym tomorrow. You can start making better eating choices. You can go to bed a little bit earlier, stop scrolling on social media, stop just mind-numbing TV or video games, and do what's best for you health-wise. All right? Guys, have a great week.